Welcome to the 2024 Cycle Showcase Aftermath, where we're going to talk about the build Ace of Spades, my son's first build and reveal at Cycle Showcase that all started with this 1990 Sportster 1200 that was his first bike. We started another build in the living room on the coffee table. This didn't go over very well.
Get your shit off my coffee table.
After some poor decisions and some recovery, it was time to build a shop and move on. We got a lift table, got the bike up on it, and started to get the disassembly phase going. We got the swing arm off it, all the sheet metal, got it down to the frame and engine of what we were using for the rest of the project, with the front of the bike in a pile by the door of carnage for the swap meet. Now it was time to go to the drawing board, do some part shopping, get some metal for fabrication of our chop source frame jig, get the frame mounted and set up in the frame jig so we can start some chopping. Now we have cut the backbone, and this is what we are going to use of the frame on this build. During the build, it's always good to do a test fit and check your vision of the build. It's time to prep the frame, clean away the old paint, drill holes for the slugs where the frame comes together. With frame prep complete, now it's time to burn through some cash and order parts. The TC Bros weld-on hardtail. Now it's time for some welding and some grinding in the fabrication. Now it's time to test fit the engine. More parts came in, sneak peek of things to come. Now it's starting to come together and look like something with a wheel mounted in the fender. After shopping and unable to find a battery box that would fit the look we were looking for, we decided to go to fabrication, making our own battery box from a piece of flat steel. During the build, there will be blood, and then after test fitting the battery box into the frame and more parts coming in, we decided the build was starting to look like something. It was about this point in the build when we heard of Cycle Showcase and talked to Randy and had a chance at doing the reveal. So we started covering up and not showing stuff. Here's a short video of the custom build we're doing. Pretty much everything been custom built using a moto front end. TC Bros rear end, got a Ledsled oil tank. It's a Sportster chop bobber build. After test fit assembly was complete, it was time for some rest while parts are off to paint and powder coating. Powder coating done by Encrypted Coatings out of Jackson, Michigan. We took the tins and an idea. This is where the project really started to take shape, with paint, airbrushing, and all artwork done by Chad from Sinister Paint out of Hastings, Michigan. With the sourced out work complete, it was time to get up and get back to work. With the frame back in shop and on the lift and the tins on the bench, the reassembly process is ready to start. Alright, we're going to put a new set of neck bearings in and races. The races got messed up when they sandblasted it. Kind of going to expect. But we got a new set of bearings and races here from Pivot Works. Let's see how this goes. There's the new neck race installed, top and bottom. There's the nasty old ones there with the new bearings from Pivot Works. With the power plant back in its frame, the assembly process was well on its way. We were spinning our wheels, making progress. A little late start to the assembly. We got our Ledsled Customs sleet, our Lowbrow Customs rear fender, Sunoco rear tire, pretty aggressive. We got our rear brake rotor mounted, caliper mounted. Taillight license plate bracket. rear sprocket. That's where we're at right now. We got the Ledsled oil tank mounted, painted by Sinister Paint. All the powder. Then we got this TC Bros hard weld on hardtail powder coating done by Encrypted Coatings in Jackson, Michigan. Alright, now we got our camshaft chest opened up and cleaned up to start working on our oil lines and fix a few oil leaks, change over the primary cover. With the timing set, the time was now to start on plumbing. The oil lines, fuel lines, and brake lines all supplied from Red Horse Performance. Now that plumbing's complete, it's on to wiring for some spaghetti dinner and hide the wire and relay center underneath the gas tank. Now it's on to the primary side to get the primary cover on and the controls hooked up. It's all hands on deck to get the project started. We got lights, camera, and only a handful of people seeing it until Cycle Showcase. The painter's first vision of it coming to finish puppet. Oh, hoist is empty. Beat the rain, loading it in the trailer for Cycle Showcase. We'll be hitting the road, headed to St. Louis to the Motor Museum for Cycle Showcase and the reveal. Suspense is killing us. And we arrived at Cycle Showcase St. Louis, perfectly placed by the CVMA. By now I have not bored you too much, but the sound was horrible during the recording due to noise, and I did not have a microphone. But this is the reveal of my son's first build at Cycle Showcase St. Louis. Randy is looking the bike over before he does the unveil. My son's excited, as I would hope he would be. Randy announcing it's his first build right by the CVMA tent as they uncover the bike. We'll get a couple different views. The CVMA guys were a great help at uncovering the bike. They were proud of the bike. They like to have it right by their tent because of the spade. And now we present to you the 8 spades. This build was a lot of fun. I wish I would have taken more video while we did it. I really enjoyed the time with my son watching his vision, his build come into something. It turned out really well. There was a lot of things that he did on it that I wasn't quite sure of, but I learned and I listened. And the build turned out excellent. A lot of parts from TC Bros, Lowbrow Customs, Ledsled Customs, Red Horse Performance, Arlen Ness, JP Cycles, Dennis Kirk. Well, the seat was made by Ledsled Customs. He had it upholstered. The pipes were also by Ledsled Customs. Ceramic. We met a lot of nice people at Cycle Showcase. XAM Biker, the Wagonators, Mike from Riding the Ozarks, Busted Knuckle Garage, just to name a few. I know I'm missing some and I'm sorry, but we made it home, and the Ace of Spade is tucked away as it waits for its maiden voyage when the weather breaks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell if there's more to come.